Hello and welcome to the channel. I got to make it to the Cheyenne County, Kansas Fair this past weekend, and I made some video about my experience with the Cheyenne County Cruisers. During my trip to Kansas, it was a very nice, if not hot, day. My car told me that it was 97 degrees most of the way there, and it actually topped out at 98 degrees, and boy, that's a lot hotter than it is in Colorado. An odd thing about St. Francis, Kansas is you cross into the central time zone for just the city. I stayed at the Homesteader Hotel overnight. They had a microwave, refrigerator, and free wireless internet. That was nice. It was a small 9-room hotel. And oddly enough, it actually had an RV pedestal. They allowed me to plug in my car to a NEMA 1450 there on the left for 50 amps. And I was able to charge my car overnight, not needing to charge in town. I encountered some of the wildlife out in Kansas. They have a lot of bugs and a lot of flies, so I went to the local car wash and cleaned my car up before the car show. St. Francis is the Cheyenne County seat. They have a courthouse and an amazingly nice aquatic park. I stepped in and boy, was that be nice to have on a hot day. It looked really nice to have right in the center of town. They also have a nice little central park with an amphitheater, and they played many concerts there, although they didn't have any going on during the local car show. But what a nice little thing to have in a small town. The show started out on a Saturday morning right at the high school in downtown St. Francis. They had a large Mack truck that was at the previous car show I attended in St. Francis, and a lot of the car club members were there with motorcycles and muscle cars and some American classics. The Grand Marshal had a nice restored, I think it was a 62 truck with a nice wooden bed in the back. That was rather nice. A Grand Prix, and the president brought his SS. One of the nicest cars I saw was this old Thunderbird. It was a convertible, has the convertible folded in the back and a power top. It's actually a 4-seater car. And one of the most interesting features of this car is that the steering wheel swings away from the driver's door so you can enter the vehicle easily. The car show started, I guess about 9:30 a.m. on Saturday, and that is the sports team at the high school that was marching. They had several vehicles from the car club. There's the Grand Marshal. There was a couple of cars for local businesses. One politician said, "Vote for me," or something like that. Very, very typical of a downtown car show. The car show this year was quite abbreviated. They didn't get that many people to attend because of the virus scare, and a lot of people were simply out of town. So they didn't get as many as they would have liked. But it was very nice to have the car club members in the parade. Sorry about the shaky footage. I was using a brand new camera, forgot to turn on the image stabilization, and I was trying to hold the camera with one hand so I could look through the viewfinder. My next video will be much more steady. when I make that one. Neato. Thank you for the ride. And I'm parked up by the aquatic center. It's got air conditioning. 260. Roll down two windows, go 60 miles an hour. I got it. I know what that is. You kids, you don't think we know stuff like that, but I do. You know, you could do a donut right here. Go ahead. Turn the wheel, hit the gas. Do a donut right there. Leave some marks that the police will be.
Got enough power.
Oh, sure it does. The police will be asking questions of you for a few days. So you take your car on trips, you just cruise around with it, go get Sonic in the afternoons, what?
No, we don't do much cruising. We don't get it out very much, to be honest with you. We're busy farming, and then I'm also a public works director here, so.
Are you?
So I'm pretty busy. I just told there's a man in town that wants to get pictures. We need to have some cars in here. So
Yeah, you certainly did him a favor, whoever that guy is.
That was Troy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I'm the guy.
No, you're
I'm the guy.
Yeah.
You actually stopped. If this were Colorado, you'd have blown through there and said,
probably right. So where at in Colorado do you live?
I live in the Springs.
Colorado Springs?
Yes, I drove up here yesterday, stayed at the Homesteader.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, stayed overnight, charged my car. They had an RV spot to charge, so I plugged in my electric car.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can beat this guy. This is Eddie. I've seen Eddie. Go ahead and beat him. Hey, Ed! Haha, beat you! Haha. Good, that felt good. You gotta keep doing that. Can you drag Maine for me? Come on.
Yep.
You can. What a nice little town. I sure like St. Francis. I surely do. That's why I got involved with your guys' car club. I wanted to make sure you had another show next year.
Yeah, I hope we do.
Well, if I can do anything to help that, I will. Again, you stopped at the stop sign. What a conscientious person. So, well, I'm going to quit taking a video and show you where I'm parked. Well, the trip to St. Francis was pleasant again. And I'm headed into Goodland to get a top-up charge and then head into Colorado. It's been a very nice stay to see the Cheyenne County State Fair parade and get to meet some of the car club members that I do their website for them. And overall, it's been quite a pleasant trip. If you like the video, subscribe and share. And thanks to the Cheyenne County Cruisers for letting me visit.